Hello YouTubers out there, this is Jerry Saravia at the movies with your host, Jerry Saravia. So, I'm just briefly going to talk about this. Apparently, Steven Soderbergh, the director of Sex, Lies, and Videotape, amongst many other films, the Ocean's 11 series, one of my favorites, Schizopolis from 1997. This has been a director who's been around for some time. He's worked in commercial films, Aaron Brockovich being one. Certainly, of course, the Ocean's 11 movies, and a lot of smaller independent films, Full Frontal for one, films that really experiment with the form to a certain extent. Schizopolis being probably the most experimental of all the films he's made. So apparently he did something rather odd. He took, of course, my favorite action-adventure film of all time, Raiders of the Lost Ark, directed by Steven Spielberg. He took the film and he took out the color and the sound and added an electronic score and put this up on his Steven Soderbergh site. Now the purpose behind this apparently, and he's done this before with regards to Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, doing a little mashup of that, and the remake by Gus Van Sant in 1998. Anyway, the reason he's done this is because he wants people to see the staging of scenes, why certain shots were chosen, the angles, this and that and the other, and how this was, the angles and everything else that were chosen were the best way to make the film. The only problem with that is, first of all, the electronic score, and I couldn't really sit through the entire thing of this. The electronic score is distracting. It takes away from the purpose of this film. Secondly, making it in black and white, which is essentially what it is in his version, again takes away the use of color in that film. The high key lighting, just the looks of the film, the jungle in the beginning, you know, the greens and the browns, the ambers, all this stuff. I mean, you kind of need to be able to see all that, because that's how it was designed, that's how it was made. So I wish that what he had done was to say, look at this scene with sound and the original color as it was shot, and talk about the scene, show it, say how this couldn't be made any other way, and then remove the sound so you could really see the elements of each individual part of a sequence or scene or whatever he decides to show. But like this, it doesn't really do any good for anybody, because all you're seeing is really Raiders of the Lost Ark, but you're missing the color, the sound, which is a very, very important part of that film. Not to mention the music, everything that makes that film what it is. I mean, this is not a silent film. You know, it's Raiders of the Lost Ark. So I wish he had done it a little differently. Like this, it doesn't do anything for me, nor do I understand what his intentions are, what he takes away from it. That's what I would like to know, is what does Soderbergh think? That would have been better. So I would tell Mr. Soderbergh to please just don't do this again. It's kind of a waste of time in a way, and the electronic score is distracting. If he had used maybe the original music, and even then, you got to be able to experience the film the way it was meant to be seen, with the music, the color, and the sound. And then make your own observations, and look at the scene, and look at the angles, and the staging. Most people don't really notice those things anyway. So this is really for film fans and those who really take the time to deconstruct movies and analyze them, not for the average moviegoer. So, there you have it. That's what I think of it. Steven Soderbergh, please make more movies. Enough of this. You know, come on. Or next time, just do it differently. As I said, I think it would be much more beneficial for yourself and everyone else. And those are my thoughts on it. And this is Jerry Saravia at the movies, signing off.